I am so excited to be here live with you today. And anybody that's watching or joining us today, we are so grateful and honored for you to join us as well. And if we have some time today, we'd love to take some of your questions. So
Yes.
today, we are all about self doubt. If you struggle with imposter syndrome or self doubt, you are in the right place right now. And we are here with you today to share how we both, Darnelle and I, navigate this on a regular basis. So,
Oh my goodness. It's
yes,
so timely for this discussion, Emily.
I know it
Uh,
really is.
so I don't know about you. Like for me specifically, starting a new business, it's a lot of things. And sometimes it can feel very overwhelming. But I have to say, for me, like, what's my why, right? Why am I really focusing on this?
All
And
right.
the the answer is just really I want to be able to help people, step into the next version of their lives, like all the things. But while you're in the process of building a business or rebranding yourself, sometimes you feel like, oh my God, like there's a lot of doubt, like you were saying, a lot of fear that creeps in. And I know I'm not alone. I know you're not alone. Other people are feeling the same way, just wondering, like, how do we get to that next level without allowing the fear to paralyze us, right?
Right. So it can be paralyzing.
Yes,
It can seriously impact us from moving forward. That self-doubt is so intense. And being a solopreneur,
yes,
we carry everything on our own shoulders.
yes. So your marketing, your sales, your finance, you're the CEO, you're the founder, your HR, your, maintenance, your tech. It's like you do all the things. You wear all the hats, right?
And you're
Um,
you're in it by yourself, so you don't have anybody else to back up. Like, this is Monday mindset. I absolutely love and adore our time together because it's like somebody I can go back and forth with and get like, does this make sense to you, instead of me
yes.
just going in on myself and doubting my own abilities and what I'm putting out there.
Yes, agree. And it's good to have an accountability partner. Like I think we do that for each other, right? Like we help brainstorm ideas and thoughts and share, where we are in our journey in the business and we share best practices back and forth, right, between our businesses to help us to feel like we're like you said, not alone now, especially now that we're virtual and a lot of people are doing things online, Zoom, and other platforms, we don't have the what I would say the luxury of going to an office, right, to sit down and to collaborate and brainstorm, where we have to be very intentional about building this relationship, building community, tapping into resources and tapping into each other as accountability partners so that we can stay on track within our business.
Community, that's what it is. Yes, and you bring a
Yeah.
sense of sisterhood and community to me that really, like, it helps nourish me. It helps nourish my soul, and it helps
Yes.
build me up in what I'm doing. So I am absolutely on board with that. I'm on board with building a community and supporting each other as we navigate this life that we're currently in.
Yes.
Both Darnell and I know that we are alive in this very moment for what exactly is going on in the world.
Yes.
The crumbling of the structure that has been in place for thousands and thousands and thousands of years is now, it's crumbled, and it's crumbling, and their foundation is gone.
Yeah.
And we know we have it in every single cell of our body, that we are here to be able to navigate this through light and help others,
Yes.
help their guiding light through this process. So
Yes.
part of the biggest thing, though, is getting out there and sharing, because self-doubt is like, why me? At least for me.
Yes. Yeah.
Why me? Why do I have to do this? Why do I have to put myself out there?
Mhm. Yeah. And it's like I love that you said that. Like sometimes you have to push through the fear, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then depending on your style, like I know for you, Emily, you're like a raging bull. Let's push through it, right? And you're
I
like,
know.
let's make it happen, right? Based on
Yes.
your
Mm-hmm.
human design profile and how it aligns with you. And
Mm-hmm.
for me, it's like the fear is there, but it's in the driver's seat. not in the driver's seat, sorry. I'm in the driver's seat, but the fear is in the passenger seat, right? Because it keeps me safe. It makes me feel safe to have the fear there because it's reminding me, like, I know you're taking these steps, but do it in a way that feels natural and comfortable for you. So for me, it's like micro movement, micro, steps towards that next thing, keeping me on track, but also making me feel safe in my body. And that's the main thing. So, and then once I feel safe or feel more comfortable, then the fear goes in the back seat, right? And then eventually it leaves the car altogether, right? So,
Yes.
for me, I can't like rage through because with my human design, it feels like I need to be more like intentional about those next steps and feel comfortable as I'm moving through the steps. Otherwise, my nervous system and everything will get wonky.
I love that you're so in tune with that.
Hmm.
Like you're in tune, like, oh my gosh, I don't have a clear path in front of me. How do I navigate this? I'm feeling really uncomfortable. How do I find this clear path so that I can move forward and do what I am here and being called to do?
Yes.
Hmm.
And I love that you have discernment around like what works best for you. Um, because if you pause, then in the pause you may not move forward, right? So
Right.
that's why you charge through because you're like, I gotta get it, I gotta do it, I gotta make this happen, and I see where it's going and the direction that it's going. And if you pause and think too much about it, then it may paralyze you, right? We're not
Exactly.
moving forward. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
one of my business coaches, she said to me, I don't know, probably a year and a half ago, is she goes, I just admire that you started your business without really knowing where you were going, but you didn't stop. You just
Yes.
kept going. And I did. I just got out there and I knew there was a purpose. And honestly, the messaging, the everything is really starting to take shape. And I've been doing this for almost 2 years.
Yes.
Um, and I'm helping people, but it's really like I am somebody that's I'm okay just plowing forward and figuring it out as I go.
Yes.
And that's just how I navigate it. And yes, the pause freaks me out, although I do know the pause is so important.
Yes.
So important. I am actually pausing this week on creating like weekly, usually Monday through Friday. I like to create like Instagram reels and shorts and stuff. And
Mhm.
this week I'm pausing. Even my podcast. I'm
Mhm.
pausing because something new has landed in me. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to force something. I'm not going to force something. I'm going to just allow myself to pause and allow this new messaging, the new modality that's coming in
Mhm.
to just integrate. And then I can come out with what I'm doing. So I am
Yeah.
learning to pause.
I love that you are so insightful into like what works well for you too, not just through your business, but emotionally, and setting it up in a way where you're like, okay, I know I like to charge forward, but in the pause, there's purpose, right? So I'll say that again. Within the pause, there's purpose. So you're aligning to the new purposes, the purpose that's downloading through you in a way where you can say, let me be intentional on taking time to really fully embrace this, hear what the messages are for me, and then how do I progress and move forward, versus just charging through without really taking the time to be intentional about listening to what's developing and growing inside of you, right?
Mm. In the
Yeah.
pause, there's purpose. I love that.
Hmm.
That's really, really profound. And it's super important to remember that because somebody like me that tends to plow through things and is fearful of the pause, I forget that and I have a lot of oversight. There's so much growth to happen in that pause.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like I know like we've talked about it, like there's a huge paradigm shift, right, that's happening on the
Mhm.
planet where it's just two different dynamics that's happening, and I feel like the planet is shifting energetically and people are on two different varying views, and so it just feels as if like the time is like perfect. And sorry for the noise
You
in the
have a
background,
gardener.
but
You got a gardener. It's all good.
our
It's life.
gardeners are
It's
here
life. The paradigm
plowing.
shift. That's all good. I love it. It's life. What you're saying, living. What is
Yes.
your, I'm so sorry. I love that saying. Life
Uh,
be lifing.
life be lifing.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I do see we do have some people watching us live, and I know
Okay.
there's a little slight delay. So I just want to put it out there. If you do have any questions for Darnell and I today, we're just talking about
Mhm.
self-doubt. If you have something you want us intuitively touch in, please put in your questions. We'll be on for a few more minutes. But we would love to address it if you do have some questions for you.
Yes.
Um, so I'm sorry, we got in a little interruption. Oh, you were talking about the timeline shifts and the transition that we're currently going through right now. This
Yes.
paradigm, this new paradigm we're in, and it's really uncomfortable. And there's so much self-doubt like that comes up with it.
Yes.
So we're not alone in this process.
Mhm.
And we can choose fear, and the fear is going to cripple us in some cases. Or for me, the fear could make me charge forward and miss the opportunities that are around me because I'm not finding the purpose in the pause.
Mhm.
So you could get paralyzed or miss the
Right.
opportunity. So there's a happy medium, and knowing where you're at, whether it's you're somebody that actually needs to take micro steps, you need to take small steps daily,
Mhm.
move forward, or you're
Yes.
somebody like me that needs to take a break
Yes.
and
Yes,
integrate.
and sometimes you just have to intuitively know what works for you, right? Like different people have different learning styles. Like I'm a visual learner. It's important that I see things. That's how I learn. And so I think for people just to take a minute to say, okay, what works best for me? Like putting your hand over your heart, maybe closing your eyes and saying, what's the next best step for me, right, on my journey in this thing that I'm doing, whether it's at work, whether it's making a decision on, relocating, making a move, whatever it is, like tapping into your intuition is really going to be key and having that discernment to be able to hear what those messages are, right? I
Mhm.
think is really key. It's like taking a pause and saying, okay, what's the next best thing for me? How should I move forward?
Well said. So true.
Do we
Especially
have any
there's
questions? Go
so
ahead.
much chaos. I don't see any questions yet, but again, if anybody has any questions, please leave them. And it's again about self-doubt. If there's something
Hmm.
that you're curious about for yourself, maybe what's blocking you, Darnell and I are happy to intuitively go into your energy, your higher self, your guides to get some insights for you while we're here live. Um, but before we go to the next one, I really want to just give a shameless plug because you and I have a free masterclass tomorrow. And
Yes.
I just want to invite whoever is feeling like they're not really stepping into their purpose. They know they're playing small, they know they're meant for more. Please join us tomorrow. It's
Yes.
free. I will drop the link below in the description. I'm sorry it's not there yet, but it will be there once we're done with this live. Um, and it's a free class from 1 o'clock Pacific time, 4 o'clock Eastern time for an hour, hour and a half that we have some powerful tips on how to step into your courage, become the courageous you that you are meant to be in this lifetime.
Yes. I'm thankful for you, Emily, for just this collaboration of this class that we were creating. It's going to be heartfelt, right? Like we want to create a safe space for people to feel like they can share authentically what's going on with them. We want to give you resources and tools to really help you propel forward because sometimes you feel like you're alone and you are not alone in this journey. We're here to help and to navigate and to share some of our stories on how we've gotten through things in life and how we've gotten unstuck. And so we want to just share from our heart to help you get to that next level, that next version of where you're trying to go. So please join us tomorrow. It's going to be super exciting.
Yes, absolutely. The world needs all of us to step up to get past our self doubt and to really start to shine. And the reason your true essence came here. So these are tools that we're doing every day to help us step up for whoever it is, for ourselves, our loved ones, whoever it is that we're supposed to touch. So
Yeah.
I'm excited, and I'm sure we'll do some intuitive work then too.
Yes,
So
of
be
course.
so fun. I want to go into get curious, not critical.
Mhm.
because one thing, I am very critical of myself, and reframing the times that have been critical to be more like, wow, what is this lesson here for?
Mhm.
Like tonight, I have an event. I am invited to be a presenter in an event. I am nervous and critical. Am I going to say the right
Mhm.
thing?
Right.
Instead of just going to learn and experience and be in the present moment.
Yeah.
And
And so for you, like we've been so programmed, right, to be perfect, right? And so to feel like you have to be perfect in that moment, it's like extra stress, right?
mhm,
And so when you show up because you have so many beautiful gifts, and when you show up and just show up authentically and just heartfelt, like you're going to do the best job ever. So know that you have everything inside of you that you need to be stellar when
mhm.
you connect with these souls that are going to need your message to this evening, right? So there's no lack. You have everything inside of you, right? But I understand, like you said, I feel like I need to, right? And where does that come from? Where does that stem from,
That
right?
inner critic.
Yes,
Mhm.
the inner critic, correct, right? And so, how do we allow the inner critic to be heard but not take over, right?
Right.
How do we let the inner
Good
critic be
question.
heard? Yes, but not take over.
Can I just bring you with me so when I'm presenting, I have you speaking life into me like you just did? Like, seriously, that's what I
Yes.
want. I need that reprogramming to constantly be there, right?
Yes, you have everything inside of you. There's nothing lacking. Like there's nothing else that you need. Like you have everything. And we all have everything, right?
Yes,
But
we
it's
all
that
have it.
inner critic that takes over. And again, right, we allow the inner critic to share the information, but it can't be in the driver's seat. It needs to be in the passenger seat, right? Because I mean, we've lived so many years and have so much experience, and then we're tapped into the divine, right? The God consciousness that's going to give us the information that we need. So there's nothing lacking. We have every single thing that we need, and
And
you are going to be amazing this evening.
thank you. I mean, I'm going to just keep that looping in my head tonight.
Yes.
I love that. I love the permission. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just
Right.
knowing that I'm there and I'm showing up as me.
Yes.
Even if I'm flawed, I'm still showing up as
Yes.
me.
As
Yes.
your authentic self, right?
Yes.
None of us are perfect, right?
No.
We're all human. And so we're living through, I don't know, like where this programming, it comes from different things, right? It could be your society, your community, your family. Like we bring our history with us everywhere we go,
Well,
right?
an area you definitely master and are you're an expert in is the generational trauma.
Yes, yes,
Mm-hmm.
generational ancestral, like epigenetics is a real thing, right? So
Mm-hmm.
inside of your DNA, you carry your lineage, your family's information, whether it was good information or bad information. And so that sits inside of us. And so how do we heal those areas inside of us so that we can be the full version of ourselves that we need to be so that we can help other people step into their greatness, right?
I
Yeah.
love it. I'm sorry, I am just adding the link into our description just so if somebody's watching, they can sign up right now. So I
Yeah.
just wanted to make sure that that got in there. So I'm saving this. So, all
Yeah,
right.
thank
So
you for
we're
that.
coming on 20 minutes. We'd like to keep this right around 20 minutes. Is
Yes.
there anything closing that you want to share with what we talked about already? And I don't see any questions. I don't know if we have it set up that people can even ask questions. So I'm sorry in
Okay.
this case. But next time we do a live, I will make sure that we can do questions. I want to do questions. I want to help people out.
Yes, exactly. So next time we'll have the function on if people want to have questions or let you know in advance when we do go live.
Yes.
We'll probably go just live next Monday. So
Yeah, that would
let's
be fun. I like it. I think it's fun.
yeah, I like the live
It's
too.
great. Yeah. So,
So the one thing, and I know I say this is that you're not alone, right? We're all a community, and don't suffer in silence.
mm,
If you have something that you're needing help with, or you just want to bounce off, like tap into our YouTube community and share, and we can address your questions there. But know, the last thing that I want to share is that you are enough. You have everything that you need inside of you. There's nothing lacking. You are perfect in the form that you are, no matter who you are and where you come from. Like, you are perfect human being just the way you are, and give yourself more love and more grace, knowing that you are perfect just the way you are.
Thank you. I'm receiving that for me. And I hope everybody watches this receives it for themselves,
Yes.
because it's really important. And I just want to wrap up with, I think my biggest takeaway today is understanding like how you're wired. If you're
Yeah.
wired to like plow through like me and not really take a moment to take a beat and like observe what's actually going on and how to navigate with ease rather than force, or
Mhm.
like Darnelle that could get paralyzed with the overwhelm or the fear and stop and has to take micro steps.
Mhm.
Understanding, I think that's really important. Understanding how you work,
Yes.
understanding, okay, one person's going to have to take a pause, the other person's going to actually
Mhm.
have to step forward.
You're right. Exactly. Yes.
And I think that is really a powerful thing of overcoming self-doubt, because we are perfect. We are
Mhm.
100% perfect. Yes, there's some refining we all need to go through,
Mhm.
but that refining can never take place if we don't ever take action,
Right.
whether it's the pause action or the action.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's a matter of like knowing your progression style, right? So knowing how do you function, how are you productive, and how are you looking at being successful based on your style and your design and how you're made up, right? So it's just like, I'm probably dating myself, but it's just like the hare and the tortoise, right? So the tortoise moves really slow but still progressing towards the finish line, whereas the hare is like running real fast towards the finish line, and they both get there, right? It's just a matter of like what works for you individually in your style. And so
Mm.
so happy to be here to be able to help people understand that everybody learns different, and then tapping into your intuition to know that you have everything that you need.
Mm. Thank you for that. What
Yeah.
a beautiful conversation today. I
Yeah.
so needed this. Thank you for, I love that we picked self-doubt as our conversation
Yes.
piece for today, as I am being forced to step into my fullest tonight.
Yes. And I'm so proud of you. Yes, you'll do
Thank
amazing.
you. Thank you.
Yes.
And then please, anyone watching, to support Darnell and I, we just ask you like this video, subscribe to our channels, both of our channels. I will put both links in this description, as well as Darnell will have this video on hers. We need to figure out how to stream on both of our channels at the same time. That's our next step too. We need to figure
Yes.
that out. But yes, your support goes a long way for us, because this is genuinely from our heart. We want to help guide you as well as ourselves in this life that we're currently living. So thank you for supporting us.
Yes.